As head prefects of the boys' school, and behalf of all the students, we'd like to thank you for taking part in our Q&A, Mr. Cassie. We're curious to know a bit more about you, so Louie and I have some questions we'd like to ask you.
Thank you, James. Firstly, what made you want to become a teacher, Mr. Cassie, and why at a boys' school?
Good question. The reality is I loved my schooling. I just enjoyed every moment that I was at school, and I thought, look, this is something I could really enjoy doing for others. And so I went down the teacher track and started teaching in a co-ed school. Loved that, and then I moved to a boys' school, and when I moved to a boys' school I saw there was a difference. Boys learn differently, and I felt that actually if I wanted boys to really learn and to really engage in their learning, then I needed to move to boys or stay in boys' schools.
Why do you want to be a principal at St. Kentigern Boys' School?
Look, when I taught in Auckland, I always knew about St. Kentigern. My sports teams used to compete down here, and I always felt it was a very special school. It had a good feel. I felt there was a really good culture, and I thought if I came back to Auckland, because I was in Wellington at the time, I would love to be the principal at St. Kentigern Boys' School. And now I've been here for 8 years, and I love it.
What are you wanting to get out of a boy who comes to St. Kentigern Boys' School?
Look, when I meet and interview boys, I say to them, I ask them that exact question. I say, what do you think I expect from you if you come to St. Kentigern Boys' School? And they give me all sorts of answers, which are all right. But then I say quite simply, I want you to be the best you can be in everything that you do. And that's really important to me. So get involved, be the best you can be. It's okay to make mistakes, it's okay to fail. Because that's part of life, and we want boys to develop that resilience. So if they follow those guidelines, then they'll be incredibly successful.
You talk about the St. Kentigern way. What does that mean to a new boy?
Kentigern is a very, very special place. We have very strong values that underpin everything we do at the school, and I say to every boy who comes here, I want you to follow the St. Kentigern way. I want you to live our values of respect, integrity, service, excellence and love in everything that you do. Because if you follow those simple values and simple guidelines, then you will be a great citizen and you'll be a person who thinks of others, and that's important to me.
When a boy leaves St. Ken's, what do you hope he leaves with?
A love of learning. I think that's absolutely critical, because if boys love learning, then they see that need to learn, then that's going to help them throughout life. I want them to have a quiet confidence. I want them to be articulate. But one thing I don't want is I'm not interested in arrogance. I want our boys to always think of others, what they can do to help others in society.
What do you think makes our school different from others?
Look, I think it's pretty simple. It's the people. It's the boys, the staff, and it's the family and the wider community. The people here are incredibly special, and it's a community. We're all here working for the same reason. We want you, our students, to be the best they can be and to have every possible chance in life.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us, Mr. Cassie. We've enjoyed getting to know a little bit more about you and your school.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Thank you, gentlemen. Well done.